Hello, fellow Americans, and happy Thanksgiving, and hello, all my non-American subscribers, and happy Thursday, I'm assuming. So today is a day of giving thanks and saying thank you for the things in your life that you really appreciate, and I have decided to go ahead and make a video letting Treyarch know what I'm thankful for about Black Ops 3. Let's get to it. So first off, I want to say thank you, Treyarch, for the specialists. And I know a lot of people out there are thinking, hold on, Jay, just last week you said the specialists are terrible and they're going to be the downfall of Call of Duty. And I want to go ahead and specify that I think the mindset that leads to the specialists is dangerous for Call of Duty, but the specialists themselves I actually thoroughly enjoy. And the reason that I like the specialists so much is because the specialist abilities have limited trolling. Because when you really think about it, there are several things in every Call of Duty that are just kind of trolly things, like noob tubes or proximity mines, stuff like that, riot shields, things that uh, they're not really that effective to use, and they change the game when you go against them, so they're not fun to play against. They're just kind of trolly things. And what Treyarch has done is they haven't really removed it, but they've given it a time limit. So, like, you don't get to just walk around with a noob tube constantly. You have to wait for your war machine to to uncharge. You don't get to carry around a riot shield. You have to wait for your kinetic armor. And while the trip mine is a thing, trip mines are so easy to see. There's this big red light on them. They have a pole that sticks up like a foot off the ground. And unless it's hiding behind a wall or something, you're really not going to miss a trip mine. It sticks out like a sore thumb. So the hive is really the only effective form of proximity mine in the game. And again, you have to, wait till you earn it. Or not earn it, but wait till it charges. And so they took all those things that have driven people crazy for years and years and years in every Call of Duty, and they made it manageable. They made it to where you're not dealing with it constantly. You may deal with it 2 to 5 times a game, depending on the game type and the skill of the person using it. And I think that is a huge step in the right direction, and it makes the game feel a lot more balanced because most of the time it's gun versus gun, and the guns are all really balanced. Uh, so yeah, thank you, Treyarch, for taking the things that people are all, the majority of fans of Call of Duty always hate, and making them less obnoxious. And the next thank you I want to give out is again to Treyarch, obviously. Thank you for making a game that the haters can't find any consistency with. Um, every Call of Duty kind of, I'm real active on Reddit, and every Call of Duty Reddit page has gone in the exact same formula. Before the game comes out, there's a handful of people on its Reddit site, praising it and talking about how excited they are to play it and how great it's going to be and what breaking news has there been, everything else, and it's nothing but optimism. Then the game comes out and it becomes nothing but negativity, and every single post is, oh, this happened, and that's stupid, and I don't like this, and I hope they change that, and I can't believe they blah blah. The thing is that in past Call of Duties, we'll just go to Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, the complaints were all the same. In Ghosts, the complaints were these maps are huge and the game is too boring. And in Advanced Warfare, it's I can't get the weapon I want, and it's stupid because I paid for the game and I don't have access to the entire game, and that makes me mad. And whether those are legitimate complaints or not, the point is that they were consistent. The haters of the game had consistency, but the haters of Black Ops 3, the people who just really want to complain about something, can't seem to agree on what to complain about. For example, you'll see one post that says, these are the most boring, dull, drab, unimaginative maps I've ever seen. Boy, Treyarch really screwed up with these maps. And then the next post is like, I don't like these maps. They're way too bright and colorful. I thought this was supposed to be a war zone. Or what, what's with that Inception map? I can't believe they'd do that. That's just ridiculous. And it's like, okay, so one person is complaining about the maps being too boring, the other person is complaining about them being too exciting. Or you'll see people like, I don't like that awareness is in the game because it's basically a crutch perk. And then another person will be like, "Why don't we have toughness in this game? Why would they just take away toughness and reduce flinch automatically?" So again, you have like, "I don't like crutch perks in the game," and then the next guy's like, "Where is my crutch perk at? Gosh darn it!" And it just goes to show the quality of the game that they made. And nothing's perfect. No game is perfect, especially this early in release these days. But this is a really good game. And it's a really fun game. And there's really not any truly valid complaints about the game other than, matchmaking issues and things like that. But the overall, like, the design of the game is actually really well done, and that is made evident by the fact that the people who hate the game can't find any consistency in their arguments. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today is thank you, Treyarch, for removing the frame-rounded fire rates. If you didn't know, in every Call of Duty so far, the fire rate would change based on your frame rate. So they would code in a weapon to fire at, let's just say 900, or not 900, let's just say 750 rounds per minute. But because of the game running at 60 frames per second and the way that they do the hit scans in the game, that fire rate would lower down to 720 rounds per minute. Now, I'll admit, I have not tested this myself, so I don't know if it's true, but everywhere you look online, every YouTube video you look at, have claimed that they have removed frame rounding fire rates, and the people that you trust to test these kinds of things and tell you the truth about these kind of things agree that it has been removed. So if that's true, thank you, Treyarch, for finally figuring out a way to make the weapons act the way that they're supposed to act, the way that you design them to act. So thanks for listening and watching. I hope you have an excellent holiday or an excellent Thursday, depending on where you live. Don't eat too much, and goodbye.